What's going on YouTube? This is KREESE here. Today I'm going to bring you a video of this Napa Legend battery that's been in my F150. You can look here. That is January, February, March, April, May, June 2011. It is now January 2017 and this thing has finally reached the end of its life. If y'all know batteries, and y'all know most people will say, most experts will say, if you can get about 4 years out of a battery these days, you're doing pretty good. This one, you see 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, y'all, that is 6 years. 6 years, that is amazing. Now the Napa Legend battery is one of Napa's top of the line batteries, which is why I chose to go with another brand new Napa Legend battery. This is the Napa Legend, and you can see that the number on that is 7565N, which is exactly what I have. The only difference is, you can see here, this one's got, if y'all will look right here, cranking amps at 32 degrees. This thing's putting out 1045, and at 0 cold cranking amps is 850, which the cranking amps on that one for some reason are a little bit higher than this one, but this one has a 880 cold cranking compared to 850 on the other one. But anyway, this is the battery. I should have just took y'all out here from the start with me and just let y'all see this whole process. I don't know why I didn't. I said, you know what, I'm not gonna shoot this video. Then I got to thinking about it, and I said, you know what, this probably will help somebody out. So I just want to help y'all, show y'all this, and I thought it was really cool. I wanted to share it, but I've already got this battery in, but I'm just going to show you what you'll need to take it out and some tips on doing so. So hang on. Alright y'all, so first off, to get started removing the battery, you see your terminals here, those bolts that are right on the end, one here, you have one there. Those are both, on my truck, and this is a 01 F150 with the big 5.4 liter Triton V8 in it. This has got, this is all pretty factory still. So you have two 8mm, one here, one here. Also down here you can see a hole, and I'll show you all this. That hole right here is actually for a plate. Alright, so if you see this plate here, that plate sits in here like this, and you have a bolt, which is this long one right here with a washer on it. That goes down in there, and it just holds the battery in place. And I'll show you all this once it's put together too. It'll be easier to see. But all you really have, y'all, is this plate that sits right here. The bolt just goes through here, and it just tightens down. This piece, actually, this plate, the tray that's built into the truck, has threads in it, so that's threaded. This sits in, it just goes through, it tightens it, and if you can see the little lip right here on this Napa battery, it just holds it in place right there from going anywhere. And another thing I suggest that all of y'all do, if you look right here, also, I'm a big fan of PB Blaster. That always helps when it comes to busting old bolts loose and stuff. But if y'all can see right here, these wire terminal protectors, all they do is they protect against like the sulfuric acid. If y'all have ever seen, if you see that picture there, the corrosion that's building up, y'all see that the corrosion builds up. It decreases the connection between the terminals. And sometimes I've seen these terminals be so corroded before that the crazy stuff starts happening with the vehicle. Like we had a van one time, and the terminal was so corroded. First, it started off the transmission electronically controlled. The transmission wouldn't shift out of first. Then the AC quit working. The radio stopped working. Then it finally died. All it was the corrosion. So, long story short, go ahead and buy you some of these. They're pretty cheap. They actually used to give these away with batteries back in the day. But like anything these days, they want to charge for them. So, red for the positive, green for the negative. Y'all can see that's what I had on here on this old battery, and that's what they look like. It's a good idea to just buy new ones whenever you get a new battery. And then last but not least, I'll show y'all one other little tool real quick. This right here is a little battery terminal cleaner, and the way it works, you can see here, you would put this on your post. It's got a wire brush in it, and you just take it and turn to clean it. And then also for the terminal holes, I have to hang this here for a second, y'all just hang on, bear with me. So you've got this right here, your brush, so your terminals, and y'all can see I've already cleaned these up pretty good, but you just take this and you just run that through there, clean up those holes, and just knock some of the corrosion, a little acid that starts to build up on there over the years. And as y'all can see, these were actually very clean. I already cleaned them just a little bit just to clean them up some, but all in all, these were actually very clean when I removed them, and it's because of these battery protectors that really help. So I'm gonna go ahead now, and we'll go ahead and put this terminals back on, and go ahead and put that bolt back in. I'll show y'all what it looks like. So first thing to do, we'll open up this pack here, and we'll go ahead and put our little terminal protectors on. All right, and this is what they look like. All right, so now with these back on, go ahead and take this 8mm socket extension, little ratchet, go ahead and start tightening these up. Next, we're just tightening up our ground. All right, so now we got our connectors hooked up to the terminals, and we're going to take this bolt here, like I showed y'all, goes down through this hole in this plate, right down here through the bottom. We're going to go ahead, slips in just like that. We'll go ahead and tighten that back up. Like I said, this is this bolt in mine is a 10mm, so I just got a 10mm deep wall socket here, so I can get down here easy and go ahead and tighten that up, y'all. And you don't really have to over tighten this thing. I just got it snugged up. Y'all can see here it's on there good. And the battery, I'll check the battery out, solid. Just kind of push this tab down some. Battery is not going anywhere, it's in there good. Terminals are hooked up nice and tight, no wiggle, so everything looks good, y'all. Like I said, 8mm here, 10mm down there, and that's really about it. I did go ahead and throw this battery on the triple charger today for maybe about 8 hours before I put it in the truck. They're usually hot right off the shelf, but it's a good idea to always do that. I always do. So let's work on your alternator if it is a little bit low in voltage to get it back up to speed. So always a good idea to do that. Anyway, I hope y'all like watching this video. I hope it helped some of y'all out. I think that's really cool that this battery lasted that long. I'm not advertising for Napa or anything, but pretty darn good battery. But I'm KREESE. Thank y'all for watching, and like, comment, and subscribe.